people there hiding out in what appears to be a pet store. A lot of this happened all throughout the mall. Many of these stores, they all, in fact, have back rooms where employees can go to take breaks, or they keep back stock of merchandise, supplies, things of that nature. And witnesses we talked to said they gathered themselves and their customers and ran back to the back room, and this is what we're seeing right here. People just waiting.
And in this day and age, we are getting reports from social media, and this is one of them that we want to point out. This is a picture that we found on Instagram from inside the mall. This person writes with the picture, quote, "I was at the Clackamas Town Center shooting. I was in the food court and just had a Jamba Juice and sat down. That's right near the edge. I ran into a nearby store afterwards. What an experience. My condolences go out to everyone." This woman at the Jamba Juice, these are her Instagram photos. For those of you unfamiliar with this particular mall, that sits at sort of the opening of where the food court sort of goes into the larger area. So from what we've heard, she was just a few, 10, 20 feet away from where the gunman would have started shooting, because she was near the entrance, the mall entrance to this food court.
Yeah, one of the more chilling accounts I thought from today was the woman who said she was in Macy's with her boyfriend and saw him jogging through the store, and he bumped shoulders with her boyfriend, and just how terrifying in hindsight that would be to know who you had just made physical contact with.
Let's head back out to Clackamas Town Center on the ground there. Laura Rios has an interview with somebody we want to listen in.
Things fall over, such as stock, and we figured, it was just someone from UPS, because UPS had just came in. Figured that they had dropped something. So we didn't, GameStop. We didn't think anything of it until a few more shots rang out, and then people were running frantically by our place of work and saying there were shots fired. So we had to we locked up instantly. It was announced over the intercom to lock up, get everybody in the back of the store, in our secured back of the store. At that point, we waited for directions from the rest of the mall to just let us know what to do. We let a few people out through one of the entrances by Sears, and then I escorted a lady and her kid down to the food court as requested over the intercom by our security.
Before you leave that, can you fill that out a little bit more? Your process of getting people out of there, what you do in cases like this, what's your report? I mean, essentially,
pretty much all I was told was that we were requested to try and get people escorted down to the lower food court to get them out of the building. I understand why they wanted the lower level, because everything happened upstairs that I witnessed and heard and seen. I don't know what else happened downstairs. I know they asked for people to go to the food court downstairs. I just took one single female parent with her kid down there to make sure they made it down safely, because at that time we were still told that the gunman was inside. So yes, I went ahead and I offered to take them down there, so I knew that they made it safe myself.
Mark, this is going on. You're hearing the shooter still in the mall. What's going through your mind? Are you?
I really wasn't too scared, to be honest. I was more worried about my surroundings, who was with me, and the first thing that came to my mind was my family, knowing that they live right across the street. What could go on outside? Maybe they came over to do something, because I know they spent a lot of time inside the mall. I instantly tried to get a hold of them, and just everybody was calling, so I couldn't get through, which was really hard. Everybody was having issues with their cells, because everybody was calling the police or their loved ones to let them know what was going on. So, but unfortunately, what happened today is something we can't, detour around, but luckily there was just a few amount of people that it happened to, and
you put the call over the loudspeaker, just to clarify again, to roll down the gates, roll down the gates and get as many people as you could in the back of your store.
Anybody that was in our store, we closed the gate at that point. We weren't opening it. We weren't letting anyone in or out at that point until we knew what else was going on, because it was so last minute. We just knew that we needed to close the gate and get people in a safe area until we knew what else was going on.
Is this something you've ever practiced or drilled for?
I know. We had another employee that's gone through it at another location, but nothing I have ever had to go through as far as an employment place like this.
How many people were huddled in there with you?
We had 4 employees, and we had probably 6 to 6 or so people that were just inside shopping.
What was the reaction like to everybody as they were in
Shocked. Everybody was more or less shocked, wondering what was going on, and just, I think everybody was kind of at the same position where they were just unbelievably shocked that they weren't even thinking it was real. Because I know as soon as I heard it, I thought it was like maybe a drill or something. I didn't think it was real at first. And then as soon as I heard more shots happen, I knew at that point we needed to lock up and get everybody in the back of the store.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. And that was Mark and